Hello, and thank you for stopping by the Massachusetts Beer Reviews channel of YouTube. Today is Massachusetts Cider Reviews channel of YouTube. I am Thomas Metal75, and this is your Massachusetts Cider Review. Today we are looking at almost said beer. Today we're looking at a cider from Citizen Cider, which is located in, I believe, in Burlington, Vermont. They also have a location in Middlebury, Vermont, where they have manufacturing facilities for the Citizen Cider. It is juice pressed at Happy Valley Orchard in Middlebury, Vermont. It's dry hopped with 100% Cascade hops, according to citizencider.com/ciders. No added sugar, never from concentrate. It is one known as Citizen Cider's The Lake Hopper. It is a non-traditional dry hopped cider at 6.2% alcohol by volume. And I got these for, I think, $9.99 in a 4-pack of these tall boys. They say on the website and on the can, so I'll read it right from the can. The lake divides us. The lake connects us. Citizen Cider is proud to work with good growers on both sides of the mighty Lake Champlain, Vermont, and New York. On both sides of mighty Lake Champlain. Made entirely with apples and Cascade hops from the same landscape, and in some cases the same farms, this cider is a tribute to those things that connect us. 2 states, 1 landscape, 1 cider. Get connected. Drink the Lake Hopper. Again, 100% locally sourced apple cider, 100% locally sourced hops, contains sulfites, never from concentrate, and it's naturally gluten-free. 180 calories and 4 grams of sugars and 7 carbs per 16-ounce can. So it's kind of somewhat more of a health-conscious thing, and it's not quite as sweet as a lot of the American style ciders like Angry Orchard or something like that, or Woodchuck. Well, it's dry hopped. I might as well use a IPA style glass. It's not going to really do much for a head, but it's still going to help me retain the hoppy flavors. And if I'm outside, so if the air conditioner goes on like my neighbors just did, I apologize. And this says on the can, it is faded. I do believe that the date is very recent. Ow. There we go. So this is the first cider I will be having from Citizen Cider. Not the first can of this that I've had from Citizen Cider, but this is the first Citizen Cider that I've ever had. And also Woodchuck is in Vermont for the ciders. So we got this whole thing in the glass, guys. And woo! I am spilling, I apologize. It just basically looks like champagne. Very champagne-y in its effervescence and its clarity. Very white wine, champagne-y, sparkling white wine in its look. No more to be said about that. Very bubbly. Wow. Well, that's jumping off of the glass like champagne. I am obviously getting the fruitiness of the apple juice. I'm kind of getting that sweetness that you do get from champagne and white wine and sparkling white wines. Not really getting a giant amount of hops. Just the general apple juice cider. Like a white grape almost sweetness. And that's about it. Yeah, just a fresh pressed apple. So let's get a taste of the Lake Hopper. The Lake Hopper dry hopped cider. Cheers, guys. Okay, now you're starting to get some of the Cascade in there. Definitely. It's not a real big, over-the-top kind of a bitterness. So for me, this is very champagne-y like. It has that white grape with the apple mixed in there, kind of a flavor to it. It has that effervescence. It has that kind of a sweet flavor. I would say, kind of like with the wine, this is a semi-dry to maybe semi-sweet. The hops are not playing a really big role. There's a little bit of a tart, I don't want to say vinegary-ness to it, but there's a little bit of a tartness towards the end, and where it really comes out as a big apple note. And I think the finish is having more to do with the hoppy note there. Not very hopped, I would say. I would say it can't be any more than 30 or 35 IBUs, and that may be generous on their part. Ultra crisp. It's pretty clean. There's a little bit of a sticky residue, but barely any, really, to speak of. Crisp, clean, ultra refreshing. $9.99. I think this is a very, very well put together cider. If you like white wines, if you like champagne, if you like sparkling white wines, if you like apple juice, like more of the white, well, if you like a white grape juice, maybe, like Welch's or something, this one's pretty good, and it's not overly sweet. I can find that sometimes the ciders from the United States, the ones that I've had in the past that I can recall, have just been, they've been good, but they've just been overly sweet, and I think I'm more of an English or the European kind of a cider guy, where it's not so much about the sweetness, it's more about showcasing the apple itself. So yeah, towards the end you're getting a grassier note and more of that kiss of some hops there. It's very nice. It doesn't interfere with the white grape, apple-y, champagne-y qualities to it at all. I think as beers becoming more popular and IPAs seem to be taking off, especially from New England, that there are going to be more kinds of beverages that are going to want to try and utilize hops like cider. There's a meadery, I forget the name of the meadery, a bee meadery or something like that, from Portland, Maine, that I have been to. They make a dry hopped cider, or a dry hopped mead. I think there are some craft distillers of bourbons and whiskeys that are now utilizing hops in their beverages. So I think it's going to become a thing. How long is the fad going to last? I have no clue. This one would be great for anybody, regardless if you like an IPA, if you like a hoppy flavor, or if you don't. I think it's done very well. There's just a grassy, green, earthy note in the background that works nicely, but it doesn't overshine the almost champagne-y like flavors to this one. So this is a core year-round beverage cider that Citizen Cider makes. I'd be interested now in trying whatever their standard range original cider is, because this one's really good. I don't know if I can like jump for joy and go, oh, it's an A, but I'm gonna give it my standard B+. It's just very good, and I'm very happy with it. I'm not sure if $9.99 is a really great price, but for more of a craft-made cider, and I think the company maybe started in 2012 or 13, so by three friends that were not really into the kind of jobs and the kind of lifestyle that they were involved with, so somehow cider came into their life. Cool. So yeah, no letter or no number grading this time. I'm just going to give this one a straight B+. It's pretty good. And it won't offend the non-hoppy head, the non-hop heads or the non-IPA lovers out there. So yeah, Citizen Cider. The Lake Hopper. Not too bad, not too overly hoppy, but pretty good. Till next time, keep tasting those great ciders and those great beers. And I promise I will see you soon. Cheers, everybody. Happy Saturday if you're watching this on the weekend. Cheers. There goes an ant.